Welcome back everyone to the Town Hall 14, where today for you guys we have a little bit of clan games which are going to be perfect for us. We're going to be getting a book of heroes. Wow, we're getting a book of heroes and a rune of gold. I won't definitely be able to use that rune, and hopefully I won't be probably use a book either. And this is going to work pretty well for my Town Hall 16, but I will be grinding this here for sure. What we have also, we have some raid weekends to do. We do actually do some raid weekend. I don't think I've done a video of raid weekend before, so that's something we can do. You guys can let me know what you use down below for raid weekend. I like using the miners, is pretty fun, as well, especially on Dragon's Quest. So we can do a full raid today. We got 6 hits basically, because you get the free one when you do your next attack. So let us get into some upgrades. So as you guys know, I'm still working on the what's it called, the blacksmith, and we just unlocked the region, which is gonna be really good for any stealth smash attack, or even just Lalo in general. To be honest, I think this is gonna work really well. I don't think the raid spells, I don't think the rage with the warden and the raid spells stack. I don't think it does. I believe it doesn't. So the rage gem is definitely going to be very helpful, especially not having to bring an actual rage, I guess. And you could bring like maybe a heal or something else to sacrifice for that as well. So like I said, I'm gonna max this, so I'm gonna just try to get this to level 8 as quickly as possible, and then I'm gonna start leveling up things that I want to use as well. So we're still working on the cookie rumble event also, and the next one that I will be getting for sure is going to be the giant gauntlet. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if the giant gauntlet will come again. It probably will, maybe for gems, you never know. But I think I'm gonna get the giant gauntlet on this account because we're on literally close to being max and like almost max. I'm gonna get the giant gauntlet, and maybe the next thing that I will get would probably be like the star ore, because the star ore is harder to get. But we will see how much I have at the end of this. We just basically only need 1,000 more, and it's been pretty easy. There's probably 2-3 ways I'll be able to get that, and we will be finished off. So we will start our upgrades at the end of the video. But let us hop in to a little bit of raid weekend. I do have a little bit of stuff to dump, and I think I'm gonna dump it here right now. So this is basically our entire raid weekend and our bases technically, and we're gonna be just gonna keep upgrading. I might as well upgrade that one, and maybe I've just been here mainly been just fully upgrading anything, to be honest, because everything has to go up anyways. So we just upgrade what we can, and sometimes we start earning bigger defenses. Okay, so our first raid weekend is against Wolfpack, and they're in the Legend League. Wow, they're in the Legend League, which is actually pretty not bad. So I like to start off with Dragon's Cliff. I like Dragon's Cliff a lot because of the miners. The miners do really well against Dragon's Cliff. They did get a nerf, but I'm gonna see today because I haven't done raid weekend in a little bit. I have, but I want to really see if it still does take more attacks to finish it off, because sometimes you were able to get the one shot. I want to see if I could get a one shot today, or see how the dragons, how the miners have been, I guess, fully affected with the nerf, because as you can see, they actually take way longer now to ramp up, because you can see that, yeah, way longer to actually go down, because normally they would have be up, they'll be able to go down faster, and now they're actually taking their well to actually dig back down. So you can see why is that. And the miners were strong because it's gonna heal there. But the miners are really strong still, I believe. But we're gonna see if we can get the 2-shot on it, because 2-shot on Dragon's Curse is actually very good. You can see they are taking damage from the dragons, because normally they never took any damage from the dragons because they were so quick and they were able to dig down quicker. So we're gonna see how they were against the dragon. So I'm just gonna use the lightning spell there, the zap spell, to actually reset the target on the single target in front of tower, and we're gonna keep going through. But you can see, I can definitely see the change, because it's definitely been a very relatively big change. We got 40%. Normally I would have got straight to maybe 80, close to even the one shot on Dragon's Quest. So I can definitely see the change on it, and you can see they definitely take way more damage than they normally did. So I'm gonna go in with the miners again, just to see if I can get this cleaned up with the 2-shot. If not, we'll use another attack for it for sure. But most of the time I don't mainly mind about how much we get, because everyone still gets the same. So we still try to do it in less rays as possible. That's always ideal. Always ideal to get in less attacks. But most of the time it doesn't fully matter, because like I said, everyone gets the same amount of medals at the end of the raid weekend. So everyone still benefits from this. So I have another frost spell, and I think the last one we're gonna use is going to be maybe on one of the dragons, because the dragons are going to be following us because they have no post to go back to. So that is what they will be following. So I think we're going to hold on to this freeze here in a second. The heal sadly is going to be a little wasted, I guess, but we still going to have a little bit of time to work through this. So the miners are going to work their way up to the top of the other post, and they take the other post. So now the dragon is just going to be following us for right now. I'm going to freeze. I think I'm going to freeze the last dragon, I guess. I probably should have froze the dragons that are actually following us. I think that would have made more sense. That was a terrible freeze, but hey, it's still gonna work out, I guess, and I still think we're gonna be able to get it in a two-shot. Two-shot really on the Dragon's Cliffs is not bad. It's definitely not bad for sure. Because normally you would take maybe 3-4 attacks on Dragon's Cliffs, because the dragons are definitely annoying to face against, and they're super dragons, so they do a lot of splash. So that's definitely something that you have to take into account. But other than that, a two-shot on it is still not bad. We got 40% at the start and be able to get the rest of the percentage on the back end of the raid. So it's still technically work out. They're still pretty strong. Yes, I did spam them in. It wasn't as surgical as I normally used to be, but they still do pretty okay, especially when all of them get together and that damage stacks up and ramps up. They're better in a pack than by on their own, because then the damage is not as quickly as you would want it to be. So the next one I dabble between is going to be Column Quarry. I like to do this one a lot as well. And with this one, I technically don't use Emergers on this one, because yes, they're already bigger defenses, and a couple things are pretty close together. So the one that I normally go back to is going to be the Super Wizards with the graveyard spells, which I really like to use them as well. It's still pretty fun to use them as well, and it still works pretty good. But we did have a nerf to the skeleton spell also, so I'm going to be using all the ones that normally had gotten nerfs, just to see if they can still react as well as they normally would at the start of when they were at the peak of, I guess, of when they were used to be attacked. So normally just started the giants in, and the big thing about the ram thing is, I forgot the name of these, but they are mainly used for distraction. I still believe that they only spawn when they do die, because normally skeletons would spawn when the first ram dies and then when the barbarians die. So that's why it was so strong, because of mainly of like the spam, I guess, that was being able to overtake these bases. And we're gonna just work through this and see what else we can get off of it, because I really want to test and see if they can still work, because it still technically can work. It really depends on, I guess, the base layout. If everything is very stacked together, I don't think it is gonna fully work. But 44%, that's definitely been like 40 to 50% has definitely been an area where I've seen them still do okay. But it really depends on where you want to be protected and not protecting, I guess. But it still works out. 46%, and we're gonna end off. We have 6 or so of the bigger defenses to worry about. But other than that, it's still working pretty okay. So let's go into the next one. And I normally just use the same one. I have dabbled between using hogs with it as well, and it still works pretty okay. Mainly with just using heal spells instead of the graveyard spells. Because the hog, they only still spawn one skeleton instead of the huge amount of skeletons they did spawn at a time. But you can do this if you don't want to think about the attack too much and just spamming for the raid weekend, because everyone still gets the same amount of medals. So even if you finish off with the most amount of medals in at the end of raid weekend, you're still gonna get the same as your clanmate. So it doesn't fully matter, but you can still finish off a district on your own, a couple districts on your own. Like I do love to do Dragon's Cliffs, and Dragon's Cliffs is definitely one that is the hardest one to finish off. So that is why most of the time you would do that one last, because that one is the most annoying one to finish off. So we're gonna finish this one off in 3 hits, I guess. 3 hits, yeah, 3 hits, because we're gonna die pretty quickly. So this is most of the time where it changes, because normally you would finish this off in like 2 hits, but 3 hits, I guess, is not gonna be too horrible. Like I said, that is normally gonna happen with these attacks now. Everything is changing, but most of the time you can just have a little fun with spam if you want. But for me, most of the time I do go in depth with doing um different attacks in the raid weekend, just to test stuff, I guess. And I still do have a little spam here and there, just to have a little bit of fun with the raid weekend. Because raid weekend, you're getting medals. Getting the medals from raid weekend is always the best for sure, as well. But I think that was going to be our last hit. I'm definitely going to do the other one on a different district as well. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Let's get into our upgrades now. We just got a 3-star, which is great. Always good to get a 3-star. And we're basically see how much we have for just one of those 5 hits, and we have one more left. So it's not that, most of the time that's like the average that I normally get, from 20,000 to 30,000 depending on what I hit, and it still works pretty nice as well. But I will finish those off. But let's get into our upgrades. So the upgrades we want to keep working on is going to be on the blacksmith again. Going to level 5, we get the hero puppet. So let us upgrade 5 days in 3 to 1. Bam, and that one is done. So let us finish back over on the progress base. Probably should have done our progress base first, but no, we have our final trap. Which is going to be this spawn here. So 4 million gold, 40 upgrade 3 to 1. Bam. And for this one, we can basically just start upgrading everything, because I don't mind having multiple builders, because we are literally almost done. And now the final upgrade, I think. Oh, we can't do another upgrade. Well, do I have gold in my storage? I do. I should definitely have gold in there. I think I have gold. I have dark elixir in here as well. Do I have any gold in here? I should. I have elixir, but I don't think I have any gold. More elixir, dark elixir book. Yeah, so I definitely don't have any gold in here. But what we're gonna do now is going to be cannons. 11.6 thousand gold. Let's go. 9 days, 12 hours, and 3 to 1. And I believe they only have one level 2, so I can definitely get a lot of these down. I'm going to keep farming so that I can upgrade another mortar. Either I'll just upgrade cannon, pretty mortars are more expensive, but I'll definitely get this cannon down for sure. But that is it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoy a longer video than usual, but we're almost done. We're almost done as a Town 14. I may go to 15. We'll see. But I will see you guys next time.